Hello friends, good morning to all of you. Today we will study op-amp integrator circuit. Integrator circuit is used to integrate the input signals. Suppose we want to generate a triangular wave from a square wave. So, if we integrate the square wave, we can generate a triangular wave. So, we will come to know here how the integrator circuit works. Then we will see what will be the gain and frequency response curve of a simple integrator. Then further we will find out what are the limitations of a simple op-amp integrator, and then further we will see how to overcome these limitations and what will be the frequency range, within which frequency range the integrator will work properly. So, let us see how the operational integrator works. We came to know regarding inverting operational amplifier. This is a inverting operational amplifier where gain equals to the ratio of the feedback resistance and the input resistance, RF by R. Now, if we replace this RF with a feedback capacitor, then we can make a simple integrator circuit. This is a simple operational integrator circuit where we have replaced this RF with CF, a feedback capacitor. Instead of that, other connections are same like as inverting operational amplifier. This A point is virtual ground point. Here we will get the potential 0. Now, how this operational amplifier integrator circuit works, we need to find out that. Now, how much current will passes through this resistor R? If I name that is I, then I equals to, we can write V in minus the potential at that point. This is virtual ground terminal. So, here potential is 0. So, V in by R, that equals to V in by R. This I current will passes through this branch and this branch. Now, as we know, the input impedance of an ideal operational amplifier is infinity. So, no current will passes through this branch and all the currents will passes through this branch. So, if I name the current passes through the feedback capacitor IC, then we can write IC equals to C dVc by dt. Vc is the potential across CF. How we are getting that? We know the charge in a capacitor Q equals to C into V. V we are representing here as Vc. Now, how much current is passing through capacitor? That is dq by dt, that is nothing but IC equals to, we can write C dVc by dt. Okay, by that way we are getting that. Now, IC equals to I. So, we can write from here and here, we can write V in by R equals to C dVc by dt. Okay. Now we can write from here Vc is the potential difference between this terminal and this output terminal. So we can write C dV by dt into the potential across this terminal, that is 0, minus at the potential at output terminal, that is V out. Okay. So we can write V in by R equals to minus C dV out by dt. Now if we take integration in the both side, then finally we can write V out integrating the both side with respect to t. Then we can write V out equals to minus 1 by CR into integration of V in dt. Okay. Now this C is the feedback capacitor, that is named as CF. So this will be replaced with CF, this will be replaced with CF, 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 this is CF. Okay. So this is the output potential, and we are seeing that the output is the integration of the input voltage. If the initial output voltage is V out 0 plus, then final output voltage will be minus 1 by CFR integration of V in dt plus V out 0 plus. So initially if there is some output voltage, then the final output voltage will be the integration of the input voltage plus the previous output voltage. Now if the initial output V out 0 plus equals to 0, then we will get V out equals to minus 1 by CFR integration of V in dt. This is a simple integrated circuit. Let's find out the gain of a simple integrated circuit. Now what is the reactance of this capacitor? If Xc is the reactance, then we can write X equals to 1 by omega Cf. So we can find out V out, then V out equals to minus Xc by R into V in. So from there we can write minus 1 by omega Cf R V in. So V out by V in equals to the gain nothing but minus 1 by omega Cf R, that is minus 1 by 2 pi f Cf into R. So mod of V out by V in equals to 1 by 2 pi f Cf R, that is the gain. Now let's see the frequency response of a simple integrator. Gain is dependent on the frequency of the input signal. Now if frequency is low, then gain will be very high. So if we are applying a DC input, then f equals to 0. So theoretically we will get infinity gain, but we know gain is limited by the supply of operational amplifier. If we see gain versus frequency curve, now gain will be limited by the supply, and if there is a DC input, then gain will be very high. F equals to 0, gain will be very high, and that will be limited by the supply. And when further if we will increase the frequency, that means the input signal frequency, then the gain will decrease, and at very high frequency gain will become very small, and that theoretically it will go to 0.